My child, it's an emergency situation because you're about to faint. Yes, my child, I'm about to give you a shocking news within the next few hours that will make you faint. I know it's hard for you to realize what this could be, but my child, I want you to understand the simple fact about life from this incident, that you should always trust God and the path He is directing you. No matter what you hear, you should be strong enough to bear anything that comes from life. My child, before the news reaches your ears, before the weight of what is coming presses upon your chest, I want you to know that nothing touches your life without passing through my hands first. You say you are about to faint, and yes, your strength is trembling, your heart is unsettled, and your spirit is becoming aware that something is approaching. But I am telling you this beforehand so that when it arrives, you will not collapse under the pressure of fear, but rise with the strength that comes only from knowing that I, the Lord your God, go before you, stand beside you, and hold you from behind. My child, you are about to hear something that will shake you, not because I desire to frighten you, but because I desire to wake something inside of you that has remained asleep for too long. There are moments in a person's life where the ground under their feet shifts without warning, where the air feels heavy, where the body reacts before the mind understands. And what is coming will feel like that. It will hit you with a suddenness that your natural senses are not prepared for. But I am here to tell you, even before it happens, that this moment is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to reveal what you have built your life upon. You think fainting is the danger, but the greater danger is building your strength on anything other than me. My child, everything you see in your life right now is temporary. Every voice, every person, every circumstance, every announcement, every situation that rises suddenly, it all shifts and fades like the morning mist. But I, your God, remain. And now, because the next few hours will introduce a moment into your life that will test your stability, I must prepare your spirit so you do not fall. When the news arrives, your body may feel weak, but your spirit must remain anchored. I am preparing you not to harden your heart, but to strengthen your faith. You have lived long enough reacting to surprises. Now you must live responding with faith. My child, listen closely. Many times I have whispered to you to trust me, but you only trusted me when your surroundings appeared stable. You trusted me when you predicted outcomes. You trusted me when nothing disrupted your comfort. But now I am leading you through a place where you cannot predict, cannot anticipate, cannot fully understand what is coming. For how will you ever learn the depth of faith if everything handed to you comes in gentle form? How will you know what it means to stand on the rock if you never feel the shaking of the ground? How will you know that my hand holds you if you never reach the point where your strength gives out? The shocking news that is coming is not to destroy your peace, but to reveal what your peace is rooted in. My child, do not fear the faintness you feel. This is your humanity responding to pressure, but I am calling your spirit to rise above your humanity. I am calling you into a deeper trust, not the trust you speak with your mouth, but the trust that is proven when life confronts you with something that shakes the soul. You must understand that life is full of sudden changes, unexpected reports, and unseen turns. If every piece of news could break you, then you would never survive the path ahead. If every unexpected moment caused your heart to fail, then the enemy would hold power over your reactions. And that, my child, cannot be so. You are mine, and those who belong to me must learn how to stand even when the world trembles. My child, I know your thoughts. You are wondering, what could be so shocking that God must prepare me ahead of time? You are trying to imagine possibilities so you can brace yourself. But listen, preparing your mind will not help you. I am not preparing your mind. I am preparing your heart. Your mind will always attempt to predict things so it can control the outcome. But the path I am leading you on requires you to surrender control. It requires you to walk forward without full understanding. It requires you to trust me even when everything else fails. When the news comes, your breath may stop for a moment. Your body may react with weakness. Your knees may feel like they cannot hold you. But your spirit must tell your heart, God already knew this, God already warned me, God already prepared me, and God already stands with me. My child, I am not telling you this so you fear the hours ahead. I am telling you this so that when the moment comes, instead of collapsing under shock, you will remember my words and stand up with a strength that does not come from the flesh. My child, you have asked me many times to strengthen your faith. You have asked me to take you deeper. You have asked me to reveal my power. But you did not understand that faith grows where sight fails, that strength develops where comfort ends, that revelation comes where the natural mind collapses. I am not teaching you through ease. I am teaching you through a moment that will test your endurance. Yet even this testing is controlled by my hand. I measure what comes to you. I know the weight of your heart. I know how much you can bear, and I am with you in the very moment it arrives. My child, you must understand something profound about life. Life will not wait for you to be ready. Life will not give you warnings before storms rise. Life will not bend itself around your comfort. But I, your God, always prepare my children ahead of time. I am speaking now because the moment coming toward you is not meant to crush you. It is meant to lift you, but only if you anchor yourself in the truth I speak today. You must always trust me, not because life is stable, but because I am stable. You must trust me not because circumstances are predictable, but because my will is unshakable. You must trust me not because the road is smooth, but because I walk beside you on the rough places. My child, the news coming to you will reveal where your trust was hidden. If your trust was in your strength, you will faint. If your trust was in people, you will break. If your trust was in circumstances, you will fear. But if your trust is in me, then even though the shock is great, your spirit will stand firm. My child, hear me clearly. This moment will not define your downfall. It will define your faith. This moment will not signal the end of your strength. It will awaken a deeper strength you did not know was inside you. This moment will not break your story. It will shift your story into a greater purpose. For every time I allow a shock to enter your life, I am also opening a new door of supernatural strength. I do not allow pain without purpose. I do not allow shock without instruction. I do not allow suddenness without divine timing. My child, I want you to learn the simplest yet most powerful truth about life. Life will never promise you comfort, but I promise you guidance. Life will never promise you predictability, but I promise you my presence. Life will never promise you stability, but I promise you my unchanging hand. What you are going to hear in the next few hours may feel like it is too heavy to carry, but you must say to your heart, God has already spoken. God has already strengthened me. God has already prepared me. I will not faint. I will not collapse. I will not fear. I will trust. My child, there are people who fall apart the moment they hear something unexpected. There are people whose confidence collapses the moment life shakes them. But you are not like them, for I am telling you beforehand. I am speaking into your spirit, so that when your body reacts in weakness, your spirit rises in strength. You may ask me, Lord, why must such news come at all? My child, some things in life must be heard, must be revealed, must be uncovered, because they shape the direction of your destiny. Not every shocking news is the voice of danger. Sometimes shocking news is the beginning of unfolding truth. Sometimes it is the removal of false foundations. Sometimes it is the exposure of something you could not see in your own strength. And sometimes it is the announcement that leads you into a new chapter. My child, do not label this moment as tragedy before it becomes testimony. What feels like the heaviest blow often becomes the greatest turning point. What seems like a collapse often becomes the foundation of a new rise. What appears as a threat often becomes the doorway to deliverance. I know you fear fainting because fainting feels like losing control. But hear me, your strength is not found in control. Your strength is found in surrender. When your control ends, my sovereignty begins to reveal itself. When your mind fails, my wisdom begins to shine. When your emotions shake, my comfort becomes visible. My child, let me take you deeper now, because what I began to speak to you was only the foundation. You must understand why I am calling you to live in a state of spiritual alertness. Not fear, not panic, not anxiety, but holy awareness. The awareness that the one who watches over you neither slumbers nor sleeps. And because I am always awake, you too must learn to stay awake in your spirit. My child, the world around you moves quickly, and the currents of life change without warning. What appears calm can shift in a moment. What feels stable can tremble. What looks permanent can crumble. What seems harmless can suddenly reveal its true nature. And because life does not give warnings, I give warnings. Because life does not prepare you, I prepare you. Because life cannot protect you, I protect you. My child, when I call you to stay alert, it is not because danger has authority over you. It is because I am training you to trust me deeply in a world where so many trust their own understanding. If your eyes are only open to the physical world, you will miss what happens in the unseen realm. If your ears are only open to human voices, you will fail to hear the warnings and whispers I send. And if your heart becomes dull, the things that are meant to guide you will pass by unnoticed. That is why I stir you, why I wake you, why I make your spirit restless at times. It is not to torment you. It is to protect you. It is to align you. It is to sharpen you. My child, alertness is not a burden. It is a blessing. Alertness keeps you safe. Alertness keeps you steady. Alertness keeps you from stepping into destruction unknowingly. Alertness helps you recognize when the atmosphere shifts around you. Alertness helps you identify the intentions of people whose words are sweet, but whose hearts are polluted. Alertness allows you to sense when the enemy is attempting to move quietly. Alertness allows you to walk ahead of the trap instead of into it. Do you know why some people fall easily? It is because they only prepare themselves when danger is already at the door. But I am teaching you to prepare before danger rises, to stand before the storm forms, to discern before deception reaches you. My child, you must understand that you are in a time where everything is moving quickly. Decisions, events, relationships, changes, spiritual attacks, divine assignments, all happening at a speed that the natural mind cannot comprehend. That is why I am calling you to heightened awareness. It is not your mind that must stay alert. It is your spirit. For your mind becomes tired, but your spirit, when connected to me, will remain awake even when the world sleeps. My child, I am always in control, even when chaos screams, even when the ground shakes, even when people shift, even when situations turn suddenly. You may not understand my ways, but you must trust my sovereignty. When I call you to be alert, I am not calling you because the world has power over you. I am calling you so the world does not distract you from noticing what I am doing. For many are alert to danger, but very few are alert to my movements. Many notice the schemes of the enemy, but few notice the instructions of the Spirit. Many hear the noise of the world, but few hear the whispers of God. My child, being alert means being sensitive to the slightest shift in your spirit. It means recognizing the moments when I stir you for reasons you do not yet see. It means stepping away from noise when your heart feels a tug that you cannot explain. It means acknowledging that when peace suddenly leaves a place, I am signaling you. It means acknowledging that when a person's intentions suddenly disturb your spirit, I am revealing something. It means acknowledging that when a situation feels off, even if everything looks normal, I am warning you ahead of time. My child, do you think the enemy comes loudly? No, he comes quietly. He comes subtly. He comes through small compromises. He comes through whispers of doubt. He comes through whispers of doubt. He comes through people whose motives are hidden. And if your spirit is asleep, you will not see him approaching. But when your spirit is awake, even his smallest movements become visible. That is why I am calling you to alertness, to keep you ahead, not behind, to protect your destiny, not allow it to drift, to expose deception before deception wraps around you. to keep your mind clear when confusion tries to cloud your path. My child, you must understand the truth. I am always in control, but you must remain aligned with my voice. My control does not override your responsibility to stay awake. My sovereignty does not cancel your need for discernment. I do not call you to observe life blindly. I call you to walk with wisdom. I call you to walk with vision. I call you to walk with vision. I call you to walk with sensitivity in your spirit. When you are alert, nothing catches you off guard. When you are alert, your heart becomes unshakable. When you are alert, even sudden news, whether heavy or unexpected, cannot defeat you. Alertness becomes your shield, and faith becomes your strength. And when others collapse under pressure, you stand because I strengthened you beforehand. That is why I speak before things unfold, not because I want you to fear what is coming, but because I want you to face what is coming with victory already inside you. My child, remember this: even the surprises of life are not surprises to me. I see the steps ahead. I know the conversations you will hear, the people you will encounter, the changes you will face, the circumstances that will rise suddenly. I know what tomorrow holds. I know the outcome of every moment. I know the purpose behind every shift. I know the reason for every delay. I know the hidden intention behind every word spoken to you. I know the attacks that form in darkness before they ever appear in your reality. I know the plans of the enemy even before he begins to move. And because I know all things, I prepare you through alertness. My child, alertness is not fear. Alertness is partnership with my spirit. When I nudge your heart, respond. When I make your spirit restless about a situation, take it seriously. When I close a door suddenly, do not force it open. When I remove someone from your life without warning, do not chase after them. When I interrupt your plans unexpectedly, do not be upset. Watch me, for I am redirecting your steps. The reason I call you to alertness is because I am always working. Even when you do not see it, even when you do not feel it, even when your circumstances look silent, even when nothing seems to be moving. My control over your life is constant, but your awareness of my movements must grow. When you stay alert, you begin to notice things that others overlook. You begin to understand why certain things happen. You begin to see my hand in places where others think chaos is ruling. You begin to see how I orchestrate events in ways that human eyes cannot comprehend. My child, an alert spirit, is a protected spirit. A protected spirit is a peaceful spirit. And a peaceful spirit is an empowered spirit. This is why I call you to stay awake, not in heaviness, not in fear, but in readiness. Always ready to hear me, always ready to follow me, always ready to turn when I say turn, always ready to wait when I say wait, always ready to move when I say move. There are moments coming in your life that will require quick obedience. There will be times when I instruct you suddenly. There will be moments when I redirect you without explanation. There will be situations where I will shut something down rapidly because I see what you cannot see. If your spirit is alert, you will obey swiftly. But if your spirit is dull, you will question my voice and slow your own destiny. My child, alertness helps you discern the difference between my warnings and your fears. When you are rooted in me, you will know when a thought is simply your emotion, and when a thought is my voice speaking guidance. You will know when to resist something and when to embrace something. You will know when to step into a situation and when to step away. You will know when someone's words hide deception and when someone's words carry truth. My child, I call you to alertness because I love you. I call you to alertness because your destiny is valuable. I call you to alertness because your destiny is valuable. I call you to alertness because you are walking in a world where distractions multiply rapidly. I call you to alertness because the enemy waits for moments when your guard is down. I call you to alertness because unexpected news will come, not always bad, not always good, but always shaping you. And because I know what is ahead, I equip you before you encounter it. You must understand that my control is not passive, it is active. My control does not mean you will never face difficulty. It means difficulty will never destroy you. My control does not mean the enemy will never attempt to move. It means I will always expose him. My control does not mean you will always understand the journey. It means the journey will always lead you to the place I intend for you. My child, stay alert because I am always guiding you. Stay alert because I always speak before things unfold. Stay alert because nothing in your life is random. Stay alert because every shift has purpose. Stay alert because every shift has purpose. Stay alert because every season has meaning. Stay alert because you are not walking alone. You are walking with me. My child, no matter what comes your way, remember this eternal truth. I am in control. When your emotions fail, I am in control. When people disappoint you, I am in control. When situations change suddenly, I am in control. When your plans fall apart, I am in control. When everything seems still, I am in control. When everything feels overwhelming, I am still in control. And because I am in control, you must trust me enough to stay awake. You must trust me enough to stay sensitive. You must trust me enough to stay discerning. You must trust me enough to remain spiritually aware. My child, the reason I want you alert is simple. The alert will recognize my hand, but the unalert will mistake my works for chaos. The alert will move in alignment, but the unalert will stumble. The alert will hear my instruction, but the unalert will follow noise. The alert will walk in strength, but the unalert will follow noise. The alert will walk in strength, but the unalert will faint under pressure. I am calling you to be one who remains awake, one whose spirit is sharp, one who walks above circumstances instead of under them, one who stands firm even when the world is shifting, one who hears my whispers even in the middle of noise. My child, stay awake, stay aligned, stay alert, not because danger rules over you, but because my spirit rules within you, not because life is to be feared, but because my presence is your guide, not because the enemy is strong, but because I make you stronger. Whatever comes, whatever rises, whatever shifts, whatever unfolds, know this: I am in control. And if I am in control, then nothing will touch your life without purpose. Nothing will happen without meaning. Nothing will unfold outside my timing. Nothing will escape my awareness. Nothing will reach you unless it shapes you.